Project C10. This is Rick, we're at Project C10. Time for an update. We ended up getting a whole bunch of parts on the table back here, and we're going to start mocking up the chassis. We got new cross members, we got new suspension, so this is going to be a fun part. We get to mock everything up, and then we're going to get everything together, and it'll just make things when we do final assembly that much easier. Alright, first up, we're going to start with the main cross member for the rear suspension. We are going to have to grind down all these rivets, both the bottom and the top, to get it out of there, and the new one basically bolts in place. So that's step one.
Make sure you tell Robbie Baker not to put any product in his hair when he comes over here and cuts on the frame.
Another cool thing that we ended up going with a 700 R4 transmission. We wanted the overdrive. Comes in a kit from Monster Transmissions. Complete transmission, completely redone, new torque converter, everything you need to convert and fit it to your project.
Okay, today we are going to get the block all cleaned up, remove the gaskets, get all the paint removed the rest of the way after completing most of that task yesterday. We are going to seal the block, paint it, prep it with an epoxy primer so we can use a regular automotive paint on it. That epoxy primer is going to be a heat barrier as well as help it adhere to the metal as well.
It is, but it's not.
It is.
Well, it's close. We can bang it.
All right, we got the old one out. New one's going in. What are we doing, Brian?
Just bolting these things in, and that's about all I know at this point. Do as I'm told.
All right, you're doing a good job. A couple other things that we were doing is the roll pan that we're using as well as having a bumper. We've got our holes for the brackets to go through. We had to actually raise the pocket up for the license plate because it was too low. If you didn't have a bumper, it wouldn't matter, but it was too low, and the bumper now was covering half the license plate. So we had to cut it out, raise it up, and then we also put supports on the ends. All of this is just roughed in, as well as putting supports on the back here so it mounts solid. So now it's down to grinding the welds, smoothing things out, skim coating it, and getting it into primer. Good old manual tool. All right, on our frame, we're almost to the point where we're going to start doing a little body filler. We've got most of the holes filled, and you can see where we've ground them smooth, but we still want to put a skim coat of body filler over it just to make it completely smooth before we paint it. So this has been time consuming, but well worth it because it's going to look really good when it's done. And then once that's all done, we prime it, and then we're going to paint it. It'll be chassis black, and then we can actually set it up and start doing final assembly on the chassis.